The Nigerian Navy has not only consistently played a pivotal role in safeguarding our maritime domain, but also in shaping the foundation for Nigeria's prosperous future. In recognition of due diligence, 29 senior officers newly promoted to the rank of Rear Admiral were decorated. The shipping of stripes of the senior naval officers with distinguished insignia signifies a noteworthy achievement in their career journey, which stands as a testament to the remarkable dedication, exemplary leadership, and unwavering commitment to serving Nigeria. Welcome aboard Nigerian Navy in Focus. This episode of the program focuses on the recent shipping of stripes of officers at the Naval Headquarters and the various commands of the Nigerian Navy. My name is Oluwatoyosi Awotunde, your guide for navigating the high seas.
Promotions and decorations hold great significance within the Nigerian Armed Forces as they acknowledge the hard work and dedication of officers and men, while also motivating and incentivizing continued service and commitment to the nation. These promotions are based on a rigorous selection process that evaluates an officer's performance, leadership abilities, and dedication to duty. The decoration ceremony of promoted officers is an important event, attended by families, friends, colleagues, and other distinguished guests, creating an atmosphere of pride, fulfillment, and celebration. This visible symbol of recognition for an officer's achievements, signifying commitment to duty and loyalty, is a great morale booster. It inspires personnel to strive for excellence in their military careers. In the Navy, decoration of newly promoted personnel is called shipping of stripes. The term refers to the tradition of promoting personnel and symbolizing their new rank by adding stripes or insignia to their uniform. The word shipping may be used because the stripes are often stitched onto the uniform, creating a visual representation of the individual's promotion. It is a ceremonial and symbolic way to recognize and mark the advancement in rank within the naval hierarchy. On Wednesday 27th and Thursday 28th December 2023, a remarkable event took place at the Naval Headquarters, Abuja. The Nigerian Navy held shipping of stripes for 29 Commodores recently promoted to the prestigious rank of Rear Admiral and 28 captains to the distinguished rank of Commodore respectively. Others were elevated from commanders to captains. The shipping of stripes for the 29 promoted Commodores to the rank of Rear Admiral was attended by Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tauri Lagbaja, Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal H.B. Abubakar, icons of the Navy, very senior officers, spouses of the newly promoted, families, friends and well-wishers, with the Honorable Minister of State Defense, Dr. Mohammed Bello Matawali, as the special guest of honor, and Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, Admiralty Medal as the chief host. The Minister of State Defense, Dr. Mohammed Bello Matawale, expressed his enthusiasm for this significant milestone in the lives of the promoted officers and urged them to display exceptional dedication and leadership in service to the nation.
This is a momentous occasion that marks a significant milestone in your career and serves as a testimony of your exceptional dedication, leadership, and service to our beloved nation, Nigeria. As we gather here today, we must acknowledge the immense responsibility that comes with the promotion, especially with regard to ongoing effort by the federal government of Nigeria to ensure security within Nigeria's maritime area of interest. Accordingly, the nation relies on the Nigerian Navy to counter this dynamic and the ever-evolving maritime security threats. As newly promoted Rear Admiral, you are entrusted with an even greater responsibility to serve our nation with unwavering commitment and excellence.
Dr. Matawale reiterated President Tinubu's commitment to fleet recapitalization, modernization, capacity building, and strategic planning, all of which are vital to bolstering the operational readiness and efficacy of the Nigerian Navy.
I want to use this medium to assure you of the President, Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu's commitment and dedication to supporting the growth and development of Nigerian Navy as stated in his renewed agenda. Mr. President recognized the need to lead modernization, capacity building, and the strategic planning to enhance the operational readiness and the effectiveness of Nigerian Navy.
Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, in his inspiring address to the newly promoted officers, emphasized the importance of rededicating themselves to the service of fatherland and remaining loyal to President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The Nigerian Navy and the nation requires you to be more dedicated and loyal to the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as well as the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in order to address the myriads of security challenges confronting our country. Your ingenuity, resourcefulness, and integrity will be required to position the service in the years ahead.
Vice Admiral Ogala also stressed the immense responsibility that accompanies their promotions, particularly in light of the ongoing efforts by the federal government to enhance security in Nigeria's maritime domain.
As leaders of this Nigerian Navy and the Armed Forces, you are expected to be above board and ensure that your subordinates key into the zero tolerance posture against oil theft and other criminalities in our maritime domain and in the nation as a whole. I must add that today's ceremony resonates deeply with the Nigerian Navy, as it provides a special opportunity to acknowledge the enormous support availed to the service by the federal government of Nigeria. Such encouragement has bolstered gains in critical areas like fleet renewal, infrastructural and manpower development, which have impacted positively on the nation's maritime security. I use this opportunity to thank Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his unrelenting support, which has enabled the Nigerian Navy to deliver a safe, secure, and stable maritime environment.
Vice Admiral Ogala, under whose leadership Nigerian Navy has recorded tremendous strides in enhancing operational readiness, fleet modernization, and capacity building, expresses deep pride in the officers and their exceptional leadership qualities. He emphasized that the officers being celebrated are the cream of the crop and will constitute the leadership of the Navy and the Armed Forces of Nigeria.
This cadre of flag officers who were elevated to Rear Admiral today will constitute the leadership of the Nigerian Navy and the Armed Forces of Nigeria in the years ahead. I want you to bear in mind that you were selected based principally on merit and your proven track record and integrity in service throughout your service career. It behoves on you to justify this competence by contributing your best in service to the nation in general. I congratulate you for being among the selected few that made it to this rank. Note that while it takes hard work to reach this height, it takes even harder work to remain there. As I celebrate with you, each of you today, I urge you to justify the confidence that the service and the nation has imposed on you.
Baba is making a special request.
The newly promoted officers are saying thank you for the privilege and honor of the promotion.
Our profound gratitude goes first to Almighty God for finding us worthy of this elevation to the enviable rank of Rear Admiral. I want to also, on behalf of my newly decorated colleagues, specially thank and appreciate the President and Commander-in-Chief, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the Honorable Minister of Defense, the Honorable Minister of State for Defense, the Chief of Defense Staff, and the Chief of Naval Staff in particular, for finding us worthy to be promoted to this rank. We cannot thank you enough for the trust and confidence reposed in us. And we say a big thank you. We promise to do more for the betterment of the Nigerian Navy, the armed forces, and our dear country, Nigeria.
Meanwhile, shipping of stripes held for 22 newly promoted personnel to the ranks of commodores, captains, and commanders respectively. The event was attended by principal staff officers of the Naval Headquarters, spouses of the new promoted officers, friends and well-wishers. The Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, was represented by the Chief of Policy and Plans, Rear Admiral J.D. Akpan.
These officers have been made successful out of several orders of their colleagues, and it is a testament to their dedication, diligence, loyalty. Their investiture today herald a new phase in their career and a demand for higher commitment, responsibility, and output in the service of our nation, especially at the auspicious moment in the history of our country.
Rear Admiral J.D. Akpan stressed in his remarks that promotion in the military is a rigorous, well-scrutinized exercise anchored on the principle of fairness.
Promotion exercise in the military though fairly regular, does not connote a process that lacks rigorous process, scrutiny, and fairness. So therefore, any of the successful senior officers seated here today cannot take this particular promotion for granted. That is why we follow this age-long tradition to formally decorate the successful senior officers at each of the promotion boards.
Rear Admiral J.D. Akpan also took out time to appreciate the spouses of the newly promoted officers for their patience and understanding while their husbands are away serving fatherland.
I want at this moment to thank our spouses. Please, I want the spouse to stand up. Let's give you a standing ovation. Thank you so much for all you do. And many times, as you will notice, we've not been around. That includes myself. So I want you to bring your indulgence, your understanding that they are doing very wonderful job for the nation, especially like I mentioned at this auspicious time in the history of our country where there is an intense requirement and desire to reduce the maritime crimes that are perpetrated in our maritime environment. Please, let's always carry our spouses along, and for many reasons which I have stated. So please treat them well. And for the women, their money has increased.
Pertinent to specially appreciate the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Kechukwu Ogala Admiralty Medal, for his inspiring leadership of the Naval Service. With this promotion, we shall redouble our efforts to achieve his vision and mission as encapsulated in the Chief of Naval Staff Strategic Directive 23-6. Additionally, we say thank you to the Principal Staff Officers at Naval Headquarters, Flag Officers Commanding, Commanders and Commandants, and other senior officers who have shaped us to this level. We assure you all of our dedication to duty and enhanced quality of service. Our profound gratitude goes to our darling spouses and families who have steered the home front while we have discharged our duties home and abroad in the interest of our nation.
Shipping of stripes also held at the various commands of the Nigerian Navy. At the Western Naval Command Officers Mess in Apapa, Lagos on Thursday, 28 December 2023, newly promoted commodores, captains and commanders of the command were decorated. The event was attended by Rear Admiral M.B. Hassan, the Flag Officer commanding Western Naval Command, Commodore K.O. Oguntuga, the commander of Nigerian Navy Ship Beecroft, various other senior officers, along with the families of the newly promoted officers. Similarly, at the Officers' Mess in Camp Pobeni, Yenogwa, Bayelsa, on Friday, 29 December 2023, shipping of stripes held for newly promoted officers of the Central Naval Command. The event was attended by Rear Admiral S.J. Bura, the Flag Officer commanding Central Naval Command, other senior officers and family members of the officers. At the Naval Training Command NAVTRAC, the shipping of stripes took place at the Nigerian Navy Ship Kora Officers' Mess in Apapa, Lagos on Friday, 29 December 2023. Rear Admiral P.C. Nwatu, the Flag Officer commanding Naval Training Command, Rear Admiral M.B. Hassan, Flag Officer commanding Western Naval Command, several senior officers and families of the newly promoted officers attended the event. The old tradition of shipping of stripes is uniquely performed in the Navy, while for other forces, it is wearing of the new ranks and headgears. In the Navy, it includes the rubbing of wine on the ranks. The ceremony of the shipping of stripes for newly promoted officers in the Nigerian Navy stands as a momentous occasion steeped in tradition and honor. As each officer dons their new rank insignia, the symbolic act not only signifies individual achievement, but also underscores a collective commitment to service, duty, and the values of the naval community. The exchange of experiences and camaraderie during this ceremony fosters a sense of unity among the officers, strengthening the bonds that form the backbone of the Nigerian Navy. The echoes of tradition and the anticipation of new responsibilities resonate in the air, leaving an indelible mark on the officers as they embark on the next chapter of their naval journey. From the entire production team of Nigerian Navy in Focus, we say bravo Zulu to the newly promoted officers. Congratulations.
The Nigerian Navy invites interested applicants who are suitably qualified for special enlistment into the Nigerian Navy Direct Short Service Course DSSC 29. But applicants should note that applications are only accepted in the following disciplines: medical sciences, electrical electronics engineering, mechanical engineering, marine engineering, information communication technology ICT, and legal services. The registration is online and starts from the 27th of December 2023 till 7th of February 2024. Visit Nigerian Navy website at www.joinnigeriannavy.com for instructions and details on specific terms and conditions of application. The enlistment process is totally free. Beware of fraudsters. Do not pay anyone. Announcer, Navy Secretary, Nigerian Navy. Onward together.
The reward for hard work, they say, is more work. Here is saying congratulations to all the various promoted senior officers. The senior naval officers have been saddled with even more critical responsibilities. It is crucial for everyone to actively support the Nigerian Navy because when united, we have the capability to ensure the success of maritime security efforts. With this, the Nigerian Navy in Focus drops anchor at this hour today. Thank you for being part of this enlightening naval expedition. Together, we stride forward, charting a course towards a future birth in security and prosperity. I am Oluwatheosi Awotunde. Until next week, fair winds and following seas, onward together.